Some stories begin in quiet places and grow into something far larger than expected. This is one of those journeys where music becomes more than sound and turns into identity, pressure, and connection with the world. A young violinist, a simple street performance, and a moment of unexpected attention changed everything. What followed was admiration, visibility, and a life that moved faster than childhood itself. Behind the viral videos and applause lies a deeper human story shaped by discipline, family support, emotional pressure, and personal growth. It is a story about learning to balance passion and expectation while growing up in front of millions who are watching every note, every performance, and every step of development. Early life and musical environment. Karolina's early life in Kiev was shaped by sound in a very natural and unforced way. She didn't grow up treating music as something special or separate from daily life. It was simply there, like breathing. Her parents, both musicians, filled their home with instruments, rehearsals, and constant creative flow. Because of this, she developed a deep emotional sensitivity to music even before she understood technical theory. She could feel rhythm instinctively and respond to sound with unusual awareness for her age. When she first touched the violin, it didn't feel like learning something foreign. It felt familiar, almost like something she had already known. Over time, music became her emotional language. Instead of speaking feelings, she expressed them through sound. This early environment didn't pressure her into becoming a performer. It gently shaped her into someone who naturally understood music as a form of expression and emotional communication. Migration and new beginnings. Moving to the United States changed everything in Karolina's life. The shift wasn't just geographical. It was emotional, cultural, and personal. A child leaving behind familiarity and entering a completely new world often faces confusion, but for her, music became the bridge that held everything together. While she struggled with new language, school systems, and surroundings, the violin remained stable and comforting. It gave her something familiar to hold on to while everything else was changing. Teachers noticed her discipline early on, especially how seriously she approached practice even at a young age. Instead of treating music as escape, she treated it as grounding. This phase quietly built her emotional strength and adaptability. She learned how to adjust without losing her identity, how to grow in unfamiliar spaces without disconnecting from her passion. Music became her emotional anchor, helping her transition from one life chapter to another without losing stability. Natural musical talent. As Karolina continued learning violin, her natural ability became more noticeable. What stood out was not just technical accuracy, but emotional interpretation. Even simple melodies carried depth when she played them, as if she understood the feeling behind each note, rather than just the structure. Teachers often recognized that she was processing music in a way that went beyond her age. She didn't need to be pushed to practice. She wanted to improve because she genuinely enjoyed the process. This kind of internal motivation is rare, especially in young learners. Over time, her playing began to reflect a combination of discipline and emotional intuition. She wasn't just performing notes, she was telling stories through sound. This balance between skill and feeling became the foundation of her musical identity, setting her apart from others and shaping the direction of her artistic growth in a very natural, unforced way. First public street performance. Karolina's first public street performance became an unexpected turning point in her life. It wasn't planned as a career moment, it was simply an opportunity to play in front of people and gain confidence. But something shifted when she began performing. Passers-by slowed down, then stopped completely, drawn by the emotional clarity in her music. People started recording, sharing, and reacting in real time. Within days, the performance spread online far beyond the physical location. That moment marked her transition from private musician to public attention without any intention of becoming famous. It showed how powerful raw emotional expression can be when shared openly. For her, it was still just music, but for the world, it became something memorable and moving. That performance quietly opened a door she hadn't been looking for, setting the stage for everything that followed in her journey. Rise of online attention. After her street performance gained attention online, Karolina's visibility grew rapidly. People from different countries began discovering her videos and connecting with her emotional violin interpretations. Her ability to take familiar songs and transform them into expressive instrumental pieces made her stand out in a crowded digital space. As her audience expanded, so did expectations. Each new performance became something viewers waited for, shared and compared. What started as personal expression gradually became public content consumed by millions. This shift changed her relationship with music in subtle ways. It was no longer just about playing, it was also about consistency, creativity, and audience response. While this brought opportunities and recognition, it also introduced pressure that came with visibility. She was still young, but already navigating the complex reality of being seen and expected to perform at a global level. Childhood and responsibility balance. As her popularity increased, balancing normal childhood life with growing responsibilities became more complicated. She still attended school, spent time with family, and continued learning like any other child, but her schedule also included rehearsals, recordings, and public engagement. This created a unique dual life, one part ordinary childhood, the other part public expectation. Managing both required maturity beyond her age. Her family played a major role in maintaining stability and ensuring she remained emotionally grounded. They tried to preserve her sense of normalcy while supporting her growing career. Still, the presence of an audience added subtle pressure to her daily life. She was learning about the world not only through personal experience, but also through public attention. This balance between personal development and external responsibility became one of the defining challenges of her early journey. Growing global audience. As her performances continued spreading online, Karolina's audience became truly global. People from different cultures and backgrounds connected with her music, even without understanding each other's languages. This happened because her violin communicated emotion directly, without words. Her interpretations of popular songs carried a universal feeling that resonated widely. With this growth came increasing expectations. Audiences wanted new performances, fresh interpretations, and consistent creativity. While this recognition was meaningful, it also meant she was now part of a constant cycle of visibility and comparison. Her music had become something shared globally, rather than something private. This expanded reach transformed her identity as a musician. She was no longer just a young learner playing violin. She had become a performer with a worldwide audience, adapting to both admiration and expectation simultaneously. Public performances and exposure. As Karolina's recognition grew, she began performing in more formal and structured environments, which felt very different from street performances. These stages brought larger audiences, professional settings, and a stronger sense of expectation. While street music was spontaneous and free, these appearances required preparation, discipline, and emotional control. She had to adapt quickly to lighting, cameras, rehearsals, and timing, all while still staying true to her emotional expression through violin. Each performance became a learning experience, teaching her how music changes depending on environment and audience energy. Despite the pressure, she handled these moments with calm focus, relying on her connection to music rather than external distractions. These experiences helped her grow not only as a performer, but also as a young individual, learning how to manage responsibility. Slowly, she began understanding what it meant to perform not just for enjoyment, but for an audience expecting consistency and professionalism. Fame and personal challenges. With increasing visibility came challenges that were not immediately visible to the public. Fame brought admiration, but also reduced privacy and increased expectations. Karolina's daily life started to include balancing school, practice, and public attention, which required emotional strength beyond her age. Even simple routines became influenced by her growing recognition. While she continued to receive strong family support, the pressure of constant visibility sometimes created emotional fatigue. She had to learn how to manage both personal growth and public identity at the same time. At moments, the repetition of performances and online engagement could feel overwhelming, especially for someone still developing emotionally. This stage of her life reflected a quiet struggle between being a normal child and a public figure. Despite these challenges, she continued moving forward with discipline and sincerity, showing resilience in how she navigated both admiration and expectation. Changes. During global disruptions. When global events limited live performances, Karolina's artistic environment changed significantly. Instead of performing in front of physical audiences, she began creating music from home. This shift removed the energy of live crowds but introduced a more intimate and reflective setting. While different in atmosphere, it allowed her to continue sharing her music consistently. She adapted quickly to recording and performing in digital spaces, showing flexibility in her approach. Collaborations with other young musicians also became meaningful during this period, offering emotional connection and creative exchange. Even though the world felt uncertain, music remained a constant part of her life. This phase taught her how to continue expressing herself even when external conditions change. It also encouraged patience and reflection, helping her understand that creativity does not depend only on stage presence, but can also thrive in quiet, personal environments. Practice and discipline. Behind every performance lies hours of unseen effort, and Karolina's journey is no different. Her daily routine included structured practice, repetition of techniques, and constant refinement of her skills. This discipline was not forced but developed through genuine interest in improving her music. Violin playing requires patience, focus, and emotional awareness, and she gradually built these qualities through consistent effort. While audiences often see polished final performances, they rarely witness the dedication required to reach that level. Her commitment to practice became one of the strongest foundations of her growth. It shaped not only her technical ability, but also her approach to challenges in general. Over time, discipline became part of her identity as a musician, helping her understand that progress is built slowly through consistent work rather than sudden achievement or recognition. Emotional depth in music. As Karolina matured, her relationship with music became deeper and more emotionally expressive. The violin was no longer just an instrument. It became a way to communicate feelings that were difficult to express through words. Her performances began reflecting a stronger emotional awareness, showing sensitivity to mood, atmosphere, and storytelling through sound. Music became a personal space where she could process experiences and translate them into something meaningful for others. This emotional connection allowed her to build a strong bond with her audience, as listeners could feel authenticity in her playing. It also helped her understand herself more clearly over time. Instead of separating life and music, she began blending both, allowing personal emotions to influence her interpretations. This depth became one of the most defining qualities of her artistry, making her performances feel honest, expressive, and relatable across different audiences. Continuing journey and growth. Karolina's journey is still unfolding, shaped by experience, learning, and continuous growth. She continues to develop both as a musician and as an individual, exploring new opportunities while staying connected to her passion. Her experiences so far have taught her how to balance creativity with responsibility and recognition with personal identity. While public attention remains part of her life, her focus has gradually shifted toward long-term artistic development and self-understanding. She represents a young artist, learning to navigate both success and expectation while staying true to her passion for music. Her path is not defined by a single moment, but by ongoing growth and adaptation. As she moves forward, her journey reflects the idea that true artistry is not only about talent or fame, but about persistence, emotional depth, and the ability to keep evolving while staying connected to what first inspired the music.